Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us on this Canada Day. So, on behalf of me, Amir Ismail, and my company, Amir Ismail and Associates, I wish all of you a very happy Canada Day. So, today we are going to be having an informal sort of a show where we'll be having some quizzes um, related to Canada, and we'll be having a giveaway as well for a one-on-one consultation with me. In terms of this Canada Day, I believe this is one holiday Canadians look forward to. It's Canada's birthday, and this is the 154th anniversary of Confederation. Um, and being a Canadian citizen is a great gift. I feel privileged. Canadians feel privileged to be citizens of this country. And as an immigrant myself, having raised six daughters and a son, so altogether seven children, I have always felt that I made the right decision to raise a family in this country that embraces, welcomes, and recognizes um, multiculturalism. It owns you, basically. So, this has been a great journey here in Canada. But this Canada Day is a bit different. It's a little different. Canadians and people all around the world, they face the storm of pandemic, of course, and people saw their loved ones being lost. We also saw a greater recognition on part of Canadians for reconciliation and truth, and recognizing the mistakes that have been made in past in regards to Indigenous people, racialized communities. We also saw an increasing need of understanding that racism, Islamophobia, and other bad things, they do exist even in this society. And it's a great country, and nations that recognize their mistakes and make a positive headway, they always succeed. And Canadians are going to make this country even better. I'm pretty sure about it. So that is going to be great. Um, I had recorded a message yesterday. I broadcasted. Maybe you might have missed it. I'm not going to repeat it. I'm just going to uh, uh, run it once again so that you can have a listen. What did I have to say? Right. So let's play that message. Someone asked me what it is meant to be a Canadian. So I had said a few words. Let's have a listen. Hello, everyone. Happy Canada Day. Someone asked me, what does it mean to be a Canadian? In my point of view, it is to be friendly. And Canadians definitely meet this stereotype. Canada is more multicultural than any other country in the world. There are so many different communities that make up Canada. Every Canadian comes from a different cultural background. And this phenomena helps when you are a new immigrant. If you are a Canadian, you know that you enjoy equality, freedom of speech, and freedom of religion. To be Canadian is to feel compassionate for others. When I think about being Canadian, I think about being from the best country in the world. It is the country that accepts you, embrace you, and respects human rights. Being Canadian means privilege and opportunity. Being Canadian means you appreciate everything you have. And Canadians travel a lot, just like myself, and I know how lucky I am. Happy Canada Day, everyone. All right, that was my message on Canada Day. Okay, so before we begin, I would quickly recognize and acknowledge people who have joined us today, and we'll see. And I'd appreciate if you can let me know which part of the world you are joining us from. And before we proceed even further, we need to advise you about our giveaway. Let me see if I can quickly see. So the giveaway is actually a consultation, a free consultation with me. If you would enter hashtag AIA, and I'm going to share the screen with you, in fact, to make you understand. Share the screen, please. Okay. So we have the giveaway screen coming right here. Okay. So if you put hashtag AIA, will be able to enter you in the draw. Okay. And that will be at the end of this session. All right. So let me quickly recognize people who are here today with us. People are joining us from Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube today. We have Ursulan Hirani joining us. Once again, welcome back, Ursulan. You're a regular, I understand that. We have Shazad Nawaz joining us. So lots of people from Facebook today. Muhammad Atif Tufel has joined us. We have someone joining us from LinkedIn. Welcome. Mansoor Raza has joined us. You're very welcome, Mansoor. LinkedIn say we have Miraj from Lahore. Muhammad Atif, good morning to you too. Naeem Khan has joined us from KSA. Naeem, I think you're joining us for the second time. I'm not too sure if you're joining us for the first time. Farooq Nizam, Arain, happy Canada Day to you too. We have Angel's Eye joining us, Facebook. Nur Ali Lalani has joined us, looking for PR card for investment opportunity. We're gonna get to the questions, Nur, in a short while. Gufran has joined us from Karachi. Sadakat Amin has joined us from Gilgit. Oh, I love that part of Pakistan. Masood Bashir has joined us, and he has put the hashtag AIA. That would include him in today's draw, which is, as you all know, this AIA giveaway draw. Okay. Ali Beg has joined us from LinkedIn. Good to see you too, Ali. Okay. Mr. Kamal has joined us as well. Welcome back, Kamal. I hope you're doing great. Okay. And we have started receiving some questions as well. So I'm going to better quickly acknowledge people, and then we'll get to the questions. Asif has joined us. Zakir has joined us from Dhaka. Welcome, Zakir. I think this is the first time you're joining us. This is good. Moin has joined us from Pakistan. Harban has joined us. A lot of people from Middle East joining us today. I guess we have Abdul Rashid joining us from Kuwait. Osama has joined us from Pakistan. Kamal, I know, is from UAE for sure. Farooq Nizam has entered our draw, and the draw is the giveaway consultation. Saudi Arabia. Nisar is from Hunza. Meherban is from Hunza. Okay, so let's get to our questions and we'll see. Okay, so the very first question that we are going to get, let me just check very quickly. We have around 20 entries for our draw so far, and we're going to run that very, very soon. Let's take the first question. That is immigration related question. Okay, so the very first question is coming from Noor Ali Lalani. He says he's looking for PR card for investment opportunity. So I believe you are trying to say that you want to apply for permanent residence for Canada, and you want to come to Canada as a businessman and invest money in your business, if that is what I understand correctly, because you can't apply for PR card directly unless you become a permanent resident. And a PR card is applied when you arrive in Canada and you are issued your first PR card after your arrival. That PR card is, in fact, a travel document. This card you use to board a plane bound to Canada. So the status document itself is actually the confirmation of permanent residence that is issued to you. So if you are interested in applying for permanent residence under the investor category or entrepreneur category, we'll be pleased to help you. We have our assessment form for business people available on our website, amirismail.com. You can complete it, and once you complete it, my team is going to get back to you within 2 business days with an opinion whether you meet the investment requirement, net worth requirement, business ownership requirement. So there is a set criteria to qualify as a businessman. So we'll see if you qualify or not. Okay. So let's take the second question. It is coming from Bilal Vahid, and he's saying, please share some insight on FSW draws resumption. He is at 474 and he's been waiting anxiously for the last 3 months. So, Bilal, there has been no draws allowing or targeting federal skilled worker program applicants. There have been a lot of people who were waiting in the pool, but they got a provincial nomination. Like many of our clients were like 470, 474, and they were not getting selected, but they got selected by one of the provinces. So you might get lucky until such time that the federal programs resume. But I think they are not going to get to the federal skilled worker draws until sometime September. It might happen earlier, but this is my guess. That's going to be sometimes in September. So hold your nerves. It's going to happen soon, right? Okay, so let's get to some more questions. Okay, so Ammar Ali Khan is saying that he has a job offer from his current employer to work from his Canada office. He would like to apply for Ontario PNP. He has accepted the job offer and has signed an agreement with the company as well. So yes, Ontario does have a stream where if you have an employer who is based in Ontario and has offered you the job, then you don't have to go through the procedure of labor market impact assessment. Becomes easier. But if you look at the documentation required, it's actually more or less like LMIA. Um, it's only that you are dealing with only one authority, which is the provincial government first, and then once you get yourself nominated, then you proceed with the program. Okay. So if you need any assistance, feel free to get in touch with our team. We'll be happy to assist you. Okay. Mohammed Asif has joined us from Facebook, and he's asking, I need information how I can process my application for Canada immigration. Um, The first and foremost thing is that you need to find out whether you meet the requirement of any program, or if you have already assessed yourself, then proceed with the submission of an expression of interest, the online profile. If you are interested in finding out whether you qualify, the Canadian government has an online tool available on their website. The website is cic.gc.ca. You can make a self-assessment on the tool available. You can calculate your points. There are two factors that you need to, or two-step process uh, is involved. The first is to see whether you meet the criteria of one of the programs, Federal Trade Program, Canada Experience Card, or Federal Skilled Worker Program, and there are points to that effect. If you enter the pool of applicants, then you are subjected to a comprehensive ranking system points, and if you're assigned a particular point, like if say if you have 400 points, and if you look at the current trend, if it is at 470 or something, you might want to make a predetermination that you might not qualify under the federal program. So you might have to then approach provinces to get additional points. There are 600 additional points available for provincial nomination. So you can consider those as well. Whenever someone approaches us, we make an assessment. We ask them to complete our assessment form on our website. We provide a free assessment within 2 business days. And if there's a need of a consultation, we recommend that as well. We then proceed from there, deciding whether it is going to be a federal skilled worker program applicant, whether it's going to be a PNP applicant, or whether it's going to be both. Sometimes you qualify in both, right? So if you'll be interested, get in touch with us, and we'll go through your case from all angles and give you an honest opinion. Okay. Farouk is appreciating. I think he's appreciating me. Thank you very much, Farouk. Toshif has joined us from. Good day to you as well. Okay, so let's see if we can get a few more questions. And from Facebook, in fact, Usman Khalid has joined us, and he's saying, if he is the main applicant, can he use his spouse's account statement? Yeah, so your question is related to the settlement funds. And yes, if your spouse is accompanying you to Canada, you can use your spouse's account, because she's also part of the application, right? So that can be possible. Anas has joined us. Happy Canada Day to you too. You're very welcome, Sadakat. Chaudhry Talha Zahar has joined us from Bakr. Thank you. A lot of people from Punjab joining us. Harun Khan is saying, is it safe to migrate to Canada after the recent hate crimes incidents? So, Harun, there was one incident that was that actually sent shockwaves in communities all across Canada, which is a reminder that hate crimes can happen anywhere. Canada has a reputation of being a very, very tolerant country. I have raised 6 daughters and 1 son in this country, and we feel very safe here. And you can see that I belong to a visible minority and belong to a certain religion as well, and have been here. And many, many thousands of people who have migrated to Canada, they feel safe here. Uh, it is a safe country, right? And I believe these crimes that happen, they are very unfortunate, but this also gives opportunity for improvement as to what we can do to minimize and curb these kind of things happening. And Canadians have quickly realized they all were together in the morning in support of the affected family and the community as a whole. And I was very happy to see that. And I hope these kind of things don't happen ever in Canada. It has a reputation of welcoming immigrants and tolerating as a multicultural society. And hopefully, we're going to make Canada even better. Usman Karim has joined us from UAE. Sajid Manzoor has entered our draw. Shazad is saying he's a regular listener. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We have several listeners, and if I could request you guys to share this or tag your friends because they might be interested in learning more about Canadian immigration and getting their question answered. So once again, the giveaway, which is a $250 US worth of consultation one-on-one. You can enter in the draw with us, and we'll get you in, and you can win that. Okay. So let's see if we can take a few more questions. So, but before we move ahead, let's bring in a little bit of fun questions about Canada, because it's Canada Day after all, right? So let me ask you the question: how many provinces does Canada have? Let's see if anyone of you know the answer. Put your answers below, and we'll see how many of you have got it right. Okay. So how many provinces does Canada have? Is it A 6, B 14, C 10, or D 17? Okay. So let's see. Okay. So Kamal is saying Happy Canada Day. With your support, we will be celebrating Canada Day together from Canada next year. I'm looking forward to it, Kamal. I'm very, very excited. Anas has joined us from Saudi. Shumaila has joined us from Karachi. Basharat, Happy Canada Day to you too. Okay. Fazan, I'm good. How about yourself? How is Dubai? Yeah, I'm looking forward to being there, hopefully very soon. Okay. So Shumaila is asking, she has a question. What's the procedure for visit visa? So as with any visa, of course, you need to submit an application, and the applications at the moment for visitor visas are being submitted online. You need to, of course, provide documentation related to the intent. Why do you wish to visit Canada? And your ties to home country. Naturally, you need to provide evidence of your employment or business, or ties in terms of financial ties, real estate properties, savings, family ties. So you need to document it very well so as to get yourself a visitor visa issued. Okay. Sadaq Amin is asking, he's looking for PR in Saskatchewan. He has 64 points, but cutoff score is usually 68. And he needs a job offer. Okay. So I'm not the right person to ask a job offer because I'm a licensed immigration advisor. I'm not a licensed recruiter. You need to speak to a licensed recruiter based in Canada and make sure that you don't pay them any money. It is illegal in Canada to charge money from the job seeker. So anyone who's asking money against the job, you should not deal with them. That's my advice. It's up to you. What do you do? But this is what it is. Talha is asking, he's 33 years of age. He's single, working as government college lecturer. He's MPhil chemistry, 10 years experience, and he's got IELTS. And I can see that he has 5.5 in writing component. Is it possible to get immigration by EE or PNP? So you need to really improve your IELTS score, especially the writing component. Your listening is amazing, 7.5, right? Writing and speaking can also be improved a little bit if you push a little harder, because 6.5 is not bad. It can go to 7 even. Writing component, however, you need at least 6 in each component to be able to enter the express entry pool. So it will be better that you improve it. Okay. Okay, so okay, Ans has tried to use the hashtag, but he has combined some other words is as well. So you're not going to be able to enter it. Um, do with hashtag AIA only. Okay. Kamal is saying if we are in Canada on PNP and if for some reason we are moving to some other provinces, are there any consequences of peer renewal, citizenship? Have you dealt with such cases? Have you seen rejections? So, Kamal, I remember we had a one on one consultation and I did answer that question. I did answer that question to some other applicant as well in the previous broadcast, but you might not have seen those. But I did have a one-on-one, and I did explain to you that when you are on PNP in a province, I would always suggest that you spend time in that province, um, and make sure ensure that you have did your best to establish yourself. But for any reason, if at the end of the day, say about 6 months or a year, if you find yourself not being in a position to establish yourself, you're not finding a job, you're finding it hard to establish for valid reasons, you have the right to move to other parts of Canada because under the Charter of Rights, you have that right. So hope that answers that question. Asif is asking, please let us know, can can we apply PNP directly instead of express entry? So yeah, there are a few programs. On the top of my head, I remember a Saskatchewan Occupation in Demand is one program that allows applying to that program without the need of creating an express entry profile as a first step. So you can try that and do a little bit of more research into more programs. I'm sure Saskatchewan has that program. Okay. Okay. So we have Ghulam Chilani joining us, Mona Negat joining us, Saad Ali. Let's take a few more questions before we proceed. Saad Ali is saying, why are you thinking that FSW draw may resume in September? I'm not thinking, I'm just guessing. Okay. Fazan Khurshid, Ghulam Jalani has joined us. Hassan Shahid is, when will they start processing FSW outline application AOR March 2020? I'm sure that they're going to do it soon because what they have done is they have increased the capacity and with the situation surrounding this ongoing turmoil the world has gone through, things are going to improve in coming days and weeks, and the processing is going to be quicker in coming days and weeks. Okay, Glam is saying he has 4 years of senior management experience in real estate. Am I eligible for business visa? So, senior management experience, you need to look at the definition of senior management experience. If you're working for a large organization and if you're supervising a whole department, for example, if you're not an owner of a business yourself, if you're a senior manager and, uh, as I said, heading a department of a large company, um, middle managers reporting back to you, you have the responsibility of financial and human resource and material management. So all these things will be taken into account. The designation of senior manager would not do. They will look at the hierarchy, the organizational chart, the size of the company, and your level of responsibility. If everything is meeting, then you might meet the criteria of being a senior manager and might qualify under one of the uh, one of the business immigration programs. Okay. So if you'd like us to make an assessment of your eligibility, please complete our assessment form, and we'll let you know. Taha is saying he did his BBA, but after COVID, is it better to apply as a student or as an immigrant through a federal or provincial program? So he is asking for my suggestion. So naturally, it depends on your preference. I mean, if you want to upgrade your qualification, a lot of people qualify as immigrant and they come to Canada and they study, and they get the benefit of a very very reduced fee. So if you are qualifying as an immigrant, I don't know why would you like to come to Canada as a student. It is true that when you apply as an immigrant, um, because it's an invitation based system, you basically can't guess as to when are you going to get an invitation, and you might end up simply waiting, especially if you don't have sufficient point to qualify as a I wouldn't say qualify, in fact, to be invited under the federal program, because after 6 years of express entry file management system, we have seen that under the federal program, the current pass rank is hovering around 470, 460 to 470 in general terms. And for the last 6 months, there have been no federal skilled worker draws happening. So a lot of people have been waiting even if, when they had 470 plus points. So they are basically the time is of course of essence for them, and the time is going away. Um, and a lot of people with even higher points, they applied for student visa in the meantime. Of course, students were also not allowed to come to Canada in these times. They have now been allowed to come to Canada from July 5th without the need of quarantine if they have been vaccinated with one of the four approved vaccines. So it really depends. A lot of people go with two applications simultaneously. They apply for, they create a profile, and in the meantime, they apply for student visa. So it will all depend. There has to be a very detailed discussion that you need to make with your friends and colleagues. Or if you'd be interested in discussing with us, we do have a consultation option. You can choose that, and I'll be happy to set aside time, and we would do that. Okay, Numan Saab is asking advice. If someone has not taken a designated COVID-19 vaccine, can they travel to Canada? Yes, they can travel to Canada. The only thing that has changed about the vaccine, there are four approved vaccines for the purpose of, um, uh, you know, um, allowing people to not quarantine at a hotel, and exempt them from quarantining, basically, because even if you quarantine at a designated hotel for 3 days, if you are found uh, negative, then you are allowed to go home, and then even at home you're required to um, quarantine for another 10 days, right? And then do another test. So nothing has changed in terms of traveling requirements and border restrictions. The only thing that has changed is that if you are fully vaccinated with one of the four vaccines, you will be exempt from the quarantining requirement. Otherwise, if you are not quarantined, if you are quarantined and not with one of those four vaccines, you are still allowed to travel to Canada as long as you take a test, COVID test, before 72 hours before the flight. Um, Even if you are vaccinated with the one of the four approved vaccine that Canada approves, you still have to take the test 72 hours before the flight, and you still have to take the test at the airport. The only difference would be that if it was not an approved, or if you were not fully vaccinated, you will be quarantining at the designated hotel, and then you will be quarantining at your home. Okay, that hopes. And I was actually looking forward to having you in the show, Mansab. I don't know. I shared the link as well, but I can see that you have joined us, so at least you are listening. Okay, so okay, thank you for tagging Taha, your one of your friends. I appreciate that. Zainab is saying, what are the processing time for PRTD from Pakistan? It's generally very quick, actually. It should not take more than a month. It can be in a matter of few days if you let them know that you have plans to travel shortly. So Yeah, you can check out the website as well. But this is what my guess is. A month or so is very reasonable. Okay, so yeah, so people have responded to our question, and the question was, how many provinces does Canada have? Uh, Let me show the question, which is, how many provinces does Canada have? And let's see what are the answers. Bilal has said 10. Nam has said 10. Taha Nasim has said 10. Zainab has said 10. And people have also indicated B and C. So C was 10 actually. So let's see. Sana has said C. B. Kamal is saying B. Well, I'm saying 10, 10, 10, 10. Wow, you guys have a lot of knowledge about Canada, more than me. Yeah, 10 is the right answer. Yeah, very good. Good going. So you basically, Harun also 10. So you basically are prepared to come to Canada. You know your future home country's geography so very well. Again, the giveaway is $250 worth of consultation with me. All you need to do is to enter hashtag AIA, and you will be entered in the draw that we're going to have very, very soon. Let's do another very quick question. Let's see. Let's test your knowledge today, because today is Canada Day, and we are talking about Canada, right? So Canada's birthday is on. That is a very very easy one. I think so. A 1st July, B 1st August, C 1st of March, or D 1st of April. I know this is easy. Right? Yeah, everyone is gonna get that right. Okay, yeah, but the next two questions are gonna be, I promise, gonna be difficult. Okay, let's see. Okay, Saad Al Hassan is saying, when are FSW expected and what are the chances of CRS 444 NOC code 4011? So, yeah, no one knows when, because Canada has a big inventory of uh, international students and foreign worker, temporary workers. And even if they don't conduct any draw this year, they would still be okay, because they can continue to invite people who are already in Canada. All they need to do is to continue to reduce the CRS. But I'm hoping that it starts in September, based on the experience we had last year when they started, restarted inviting federal skilled worker program applicants. So hopefully it's going to start again. For the CRS 444, I think it's going to be tough, because whenever they restart, the CRS would be higher, because when we look at the inventory of applicants in the pool, we see that the number of people with 460 plus points is increasing exponentially. So I think it's going to take a while before this Canada goes this low, right? And they have a lot of international students here, so I'm not very hopeful with 444. Your best bet would be to continue to explore the provincial options. Okay. Yeah. Let's remind you about the giveaway once again. Hashtag is AIA. If you are interested in entering into the pool, you can enter hashtag AIA. Okay. Someone is joining us from YouTube. Omar is saying, can his brother, who is a Canadian citizen, sponsor him to Canada? She is the elder sister who's married and have kids, want to move to Canada for my kids' future. So there is no sibling sponsorship available for Canada. You need to qualify under one of the program. If you're married, you or your spouse may qualify in one of the programs. Um, so to get in touch with us for us to make an assessment of your eligibility if you do qualify in one of the available options. But you do get the benefit of getting additional points for having a sibling in Canada. So that is something that is not available to everyone, and these are 15 extra ranking points that you get So yeah, you might qualify. Okay. Okay. Saeed is saying, which provinces have the chances for the PNP nomination with NOC code 4011? I don't remember over the top of my head. There are like Saskatchewan, for example, or any other province that has an occupation in demand list. You can check them out on their official website with 4011. Some provinces don't care about the occupation in demand. They select people directly from the pool, and they don't really have any list like Alberta or Ontario, right? So you can try those, but I'm sorry, I don't really remember if any province has this particular NOC. Okay, people are joining us. Okay, so Khalid Islam has joined us from LinkedIn, and he is from Lahore. His question is about the lecturership. Is it true if some lecturer is scheduled to if lecturer is scheduled to deliver a lecture in a university and he does not deliver it, then every student has financial claim from the lecturer? I don't really have any idea about that because this is a financial matter between you and the university. You can deal with them. I can answer immigration questions. Okay. You're welcome, Sadakat. Gia is asking, he's waiting for her BA result. So please, can you suggest any course there? Okay, Najia, we don't suggest course. We ask the prospective student as to what they wish to study to further their career, right? Um, if you are interested in any line of studies, we can then suggest you universities and courses according to your choice. So if you are interested, you can complete our student assessment form and indicate or choose the kind of courses that you wish to do or kind of line of studies you wish to get into, and we'll be happy to start. Mr. Singh has joined us from YouTube, and he's asking, when will FSW draw happen? His score is 525. Okay, that's wonderful score. I've rarely seen this high score. If you are a FSW applicant, you might have to wait a little while, in my point of view, because at the moment the borders are closed, as you know, and Canada is focusing on people who are already in Canada, and that means they're focusing on the international students and temporary foreign workers already here in Canada. And you might have seen that they have um, met their immigrant requirements or the quota they have for this year. They haven't yet met it, but they are expected to meet it, even though they have not invited any federal skilled worker program applicant because they are usually overseas. They have invited thousands and thousands of Canada experience class applicants, and they've been able to do that um, by way of reducing the ranking points for those applicants. So I'm wondering that if Canada doesn't invite any FSW applicant for the rest of 2021, would Canada be falling short of immigrants? I think they might not, because all they need to do is to keep on reducing the ranking points for all these people who are already here. And by any standard, they might be, at least in the eyes of Canadian government, and also generally people would agree that these people who are already here in Canada, they are um, better. They can prove to be better immigrants because they have Canadian education, they have Canadian experience, and in most of the cases, their language skills have actually been improved by studying here, living here, working here. So Canada would prefer these people who have studied on their own with their own money, and they have gained experience here as well, and they are ready to integrate better than people who are arriving from overseas. But having said that, of course, Canada has the policy of maintaining the multicultural. They would continue to invite people from overseas. It might take a while, but this is going to happen. So hang in there. You will be in Canada, and I hope that you come here sooner rather than later. Okay, wishing you best of luck. We have Sadat asking, he's 41 and he has 15 years of education. Can he apply for Saskatchewan? So you need to make an assessment according to the selection grid under one of the available programs and see whether you qualify. If It's actually Sadaf. Apologize if I pronounce your name incorrectly. So if you want us to make an assessment, we'll do so. It's free. Complete our assessment form on our website, www.amirismail.com. We'll be happy to assist, okay? Mirza Fazal is saying, when tourist visa will open? So the tourist visa processing hasn't stopped. You can submit the application. Visitors are not being allowed unless you are exempt from coming to Canada. Canadian government is deliberating. They are having meetings on almost daily basis. They're taking the guideline from Health Canada as to when they should start easing the border control. They've already started to ease it for people who are fully vaccinated. It is not open for visitors as yet, but it's gonna be opening very, very soon. So keep an eye on the news. You will know. Kamran is saying, wife's EC has been done, IELTS has been done, but IELTS is 5.5. So he's asking for PNP or work permit. So we don't deal in work permit. We don't arrange jobs. Arranging job and charging money is illegal. It's an offense in Canada. We don't do it. If someone is offering a job and asking you for money, don't deal with them. That's my sincere advice. If you are interested in finding job, deal with a licensed recruiter based in Canada, and those licensed recruiters are not supposed to charge you even a single cent. In terms of PNP, yes, we can look into it, but most of the PNP would require you to create your express entry profile, and creating express entry profile would require you to get at least 6 in each component of IELTS. So that will be important. You might want to look into the Saskatchewan occupation in demand category if the occupation is in demand. But if not, then you have to improve your IELTS, okay? Mateen has entered in our draw. Okay, so we have got lots and lots of comments today. I don't know if I'm going to be able to cover everyone today or not, but I'm going to do my best, okay? Once again, the giveaway is $250 US dollars worth of consultation. We can enter you if you comment with hashtag AIA. Okay. Muhammad Yamin is asking, he has a master's in project management, 5 years experience as a project officer, and he's currently working as an associate district monitoring and evaluation manager, State Bank of Pakistan. It's a good profile, and we need to make an assessment of your eligibility. We would like to know your age, your language skills, if you're married, skills and language skills and educational qualification of your spouse, if you have a relative in Canada, or even a friend residing in Canada, because some of the provinces also accept a close connection with that province, even if it's a friend. So we'd like to know that. You can complete our assessment form on our website, and we'll get back to you with our opinion, okay? Okay, so we have Asif asking, he has MS in supply management, and to whom I have to send my ECA. Okay, there are several ECA bodies. You can choose one of those, right? I'm unable to give you guideline on it because I'm not too sure what your target is. Some ECA providers take a lot of time, but they recognize some of the universities that others don't, even though they are faster. So depending on that, you can make your own judgment. I'm unable to provide, I'm sorry, that advice. Masood Bashir is asking, if we get, let's say, 5 or 5.5 hours, then what are the chances to get it done for PNP or express entry, whichever you suggest? Yeah, we're going to make an assessment. 5.5 is less, 5 or 5.5 is less to make a profile. A minimum is 6 in each, and even that is sometimes not sufficient because you end up scoring less either on the grade to enter the pool, which is 67 points, and then when you're in the pool, you have less ranking points. So that's an issue. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I just answer your question, right? Um, Please complete the form and we'll be happy to assist you. Um, Masood is saying the result seems to be eligible. Yeah, eligible based on your IELTS, right? So if your IELTS is 5 or 5.5, you might not be eligible to enter the pool. So improve, and then we'll be able to assist you. And by the way, thank you for tagging your friends. Aisha is saying it's got Sinovac, which Canada hasn't approved yet. Now, how long should I wait to get Pfizer or Astra done? I have to travel to Vancouver. The scenario is horrendous. Yeah, I understand it has been a lot of trouble for a lot of people. And these 4 vaccines, Canada might add more in coming days and week. But if you don't have vaccine, those one of those 4 vaccines, you can still come to Canada, but you have to go for quarantine. So yeah, don't delay your travel back to Canada if you need to, just because you don't have the approved vaccine. You can still come and do your quarantine here, and then you'll be okay. Okay. Ajay saying that BA result is awaiting. Can she get admission? Feb-March session, the admission open. So it depends which institute you're approaching. Some of them would allow admission on conditional basis, that your result is pending, and some institute might have sessions available in December. Sometimes they have in January as well. So we'll look into it. So people have got this answer right? 10 provinces, 10 provinces, 10 provinces. Correct answers, right? Okay. Zainab is saying, can you also guide on citizenship application of December 2019? So I believe the question is related to an application submitted in December 2019, but still hasn't received a decision. So, and you know the reason for the delay. It's like the department is working at a very low capacity at the moment. So yeah, it should happen soon. Answers people have given very correctly. And this answer was, of course, this was easy, guys. Yeah, I know. July the 1st is the birthday for Canada. Yeah, this is great. The answer is correct, Kamal. Okay, let's take another question. Rajali is saying, how can I apply for express entry and PNP simultaneously? Also, if I'm applying for express entry as a primary applicant with my spouse, can I also show the statement of my brother supporting us financially or my spouse's statement? So, Raj, thank you for this question because it's a very important question and a lot of people ask that. So my answer might help a lot of people who have this confusion that express entry is actually a program. You never apply for express entry. You apply for a program, and a program under express entry are Federal Skilled Worker Program, Federal Trade Program, and Canada Experience Class Program. So you choose one of those programs under express entry. So you never apply for express entry. Express entry is a file management system. You have to have your file in the system to be able to get considered under those programs. When you apply under one of those programs, you then approach provinces for a provincial nomination, and nomination gets you 600 points. So you could never be applying for express entry and PNP simultaneously because these have to be applied together in any case. right? So you go for express entry profile, first step. You have a profile now. Now you approach the provinces because provincial programs are aligned with express entry. Some programs don't require to even create a profile, like Saskatchewan Occupation and Demand. So you don't create the profile, you approach the province directly. But other programs would always ask, like Alberta, like Ontario, like Prince Edward Island, they would all want you to have an express entry profile. Some of them would select you directly from the express entry pool, or some of them would want you to create or submit a profile with them or register with them as well. Okay. So hope that answers the question. The other question was, um, if you're applying with your wife as the primary applicant, can you show the statement of your brother supporting us financially? I don't think so. You have to have your own money. It should not be taken as a loan. It should be unencumbered from any debts. So you should use your own money. Okay. Student visa situation. So student visa, of course, Canada is prioritizing student visas in the sense that they encourage students to apply. If your question is related to student visa issuance, which is currently on sort of hold because of the border situation, um, I believe it's gonna ease up in coming days and weeks. We are at that point in Canada in terms of vaccination, that things are gonna be better soon. Okay, so let's see what else we can do here. We have a few more questions. We need to do it quickly because we need to run our giveaway as well, which is hashtag AIA, so as to choose one of the uh, winners. Okay, so people have participated this time very, very actively. Okay, Yamin is saying he's a master's in project management from Zabist. I have very good memories with Zabist. Yamin, glad to have been able to assist a lot of Zabistian in my career. He's got 5 years of experience in project management, and uh, he has other degrees as well: Bachelor of Technology, Electronics from Indus University. So he wants to know if he's eligible. So, I mean, as I indicated earlier, we need to make an assessment. You have the choice of completing our assessment, free assessment form, complete it. I'll check it personally. We'll provide you an opinion within 2 business days. And if you are eligible, we would then advise you to proceed further. If you are not found eligible, which is very highly unlikely because you do appear to qualify, then of course we will proceed further. Okay. Okay, so Shirin is saying she wants to visit her niece. I believe you want to visit your niece here in Canada. You need to apply for a visitor visa. We'll be happy to assist. Get in touch. Mirza Fazal is asking when tourist visa would open. Expected to open very soon, but you can still submit the application. Rajadama saying, um, please advise when someone receive an additional medical requirement and asked to go for a chest X-ray, what should they do? Should they do something in this respect? I don't know if the question is related to something being needed to be done on the part of the applicant. In most of the cases, chest X-rays are requested either because, of course, if there is some finding on the part of the medical officer, the designated officer, uh, they would want to check. But it also can be the case that the officer wants to extend the validity of the visa because if due to the processing um, time, the medical has expired, for example, and if the officer would issue the visa, those would be valid for a very short period of time, because validity of the visa is attributed to the validity of the medicals. So by asking the applicant to go for an additional test, they can extend the validity of medicals, and thereby they can extend the validity of the visa. So it gives the applicant more time to make arrangement for travel. If the validity of the medical is, say, for 15-20 days, and if they issue the visa that would be valid for 20 days, it will be difficult for sometimes, especially in these COVID times, right? So it really depends what is the purpose. The applicant has to go for the test regardless of the reason of the issuance of the additional test. So Shirin, you need to submit the application. We can make an assessment for even visitor visa for you. There is a visitor visa assessment form. It's free. You can complete, and we can get back to you with our recommendation. Okay. NOC 2274 SN is asking water transport marine engineer FSW and AIPP prospect. AIPP, we don't deal in it. Any program that involves a job offer, we don't deal in it, because we don't arrange jobs. Arranging job against money is illegal in Canada. If someone is arranging a job and asking you money, please don't deal with them. Canadian government, if they find out that you have paid money for the job, they are going to refuse the application and ban you. And don't deal with anyone. Deal with only licensed recruiter. They might be able to help you, but they are also not allowed to charge you any money. Okay. But yes, 2274 may qualify under the federal program and the PNP programs. You can get in touch with us. We can make a free assessment, and then it's a no obligation assessment. You can decide to proceed further. Okay. Okay. So we have people joining us still. We are into 1 hour. Today's program is extended to 1 hour. It's Canada Day. We can take some extra time to answer a few more questions. Sadak is saying he will submit AI assessment form shortly. And of course, you're very welcome. Do complete the assessment form, and we'll get back to you very quickly. We have one more question, a fun question, right? Okay, so the question is, what is the capital city of Canada? Is it A, Toronto, B, Ottawa, C, Montreal, or D, Vancouver? Capital city of Canada: Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, Vancouver. Let's see how many of you can get it right. It's an easy one, but I don't know. Yeah, I know you guys are very knowledgeable about Canada. You do research Canada all the time, and I believe you will be able to answer this question correctly. Okay, I just lost the track of the questions. There are so many, actually. Okay, let's see. Okay, so there we are. Okay, so there's a question coming in from YouTube. It says, can my parents and siblings younger than 18 years old accompany me to Canada on a study permit? No, they cannot, because study permit has been issued to you only. Your parents need to apply or qualify for their own visa, and younger children can accompany the parents if they qualify, depending on what kind of visa they have qualified for. So yeah, your study permit is yours only. No one else can travel on it. Okay, you're welcome. Thank you for tagging. Okay, Rahat is saying her age is 38, single mother, has a daughter of 9 years. What is the criteria? So we need to know your educational qualification, work experience, language skills. You can complete our form. We'll let you know whether you qualify, and then we can proceed with further discussion. Okay. Okay. So we have also already answered Yamin. Okay. Shirin is saying, can you tell me the best mechanical engineering? Yeah. So there are several of those. You can ask your son to complete our student assessment form. We can get back with the recommendation. Waterloo University is a good university. There are many others. We can find a suitable course and a suitable university for him. Okay. Bilal is saying, why Canada rejects student visas? His student visa was rejected in 2017 with a very good profile. Got admission in University of Gulf in MSc program, but they rejected the visa, stating that the officer is not satisfied that he would return to home country after the authorized stay. His question is, why do they reject a student when they prefer international student for immigration as well? Yeah, so they do prefer international students, and unfortunately, the refusal rate for some countries is higher than others, and it's basically because of the prevailing fraud in those countries. But it doesn't mean that every student is submitting fraudulent documentation. That is one of the factors. This is not the only factor, and it doesn't mean that everyone is submitting fraudulent documents, of course. Um, there are times when genuine students have to pay the price for the deeds of others. Sometimes genuine students, their documents are genuine, everything is all right, but they have not been able to say portray or define their intent in terms of documentation and cover letter. I would always recommend to submit a very detailed, comprehensive, and to the point a cover letter that the officer understands or helps officer understand the accompanying documents. It would be a bad idea to leave the uh, documents to the guesswork of the officer. Don't consider that the officer is gonna just somehow realize or understand what you have submitted, the context of the documents. So that might be sometimes the reason why the officer just ignores some of the very important supporting documents because it didn't make sense to him or her. Um, Whenever someone approaches us with a refusal, we and if they're interested in reapplying, we ask them to consider accessing the officer's notes. That is the first step we do, and then we submit the uh, application, taking into account the any shortcomings that were there in the previous application. If there were any shortcomings, if anything different can be done this time around while remaining in the ambit of legality, we can perhaps get a positive outcome. Okay. Rahat is saying she's recently completed her master's in education. So can she apply for student visa along with her daughter? You can apply for a student visa, and if you are accepted in a course of study, and then after that, naturally, the next step would be student visa. Your daughter can accompany you as well as a dependent. Okay. You're welcome, Kamran. Okay. So we have lots of entries today. Let me just quickly check how many do we have. We have around 35 entries for our giveaway today, which is AIA. So we're gonna run the giveaway tool in just a few moments. Let me just quickly see if we have uh, more questions. Someone from LinkedIn is a anesthetist and working for the last 8 years in India. Would I have a job for my profile? So anesthetists have they are registered a regulated occupation, and you might not be able to get a job offer in this occupation, but you can of course consider immigrating to Canada, and then after coming here you can register yourself, get yourself regulated, and then apply for job. Okay. So you don't have to enter hashtag AIA several times. It's not going to increase your chances of winning. It can be only once, not a problem. Okay. Okay. I've already given you the answer. Sylvia is saying she's 54. Can I come to Canada? Depending which category you're applying in. If you want to visit, yes, no problem. If you want to come as a skilled worker, you're losing significant points in the age factor. So we'll see. Aisha is saying, is quarantine in the hotel still mandatory or can we quarantine at home? It is still mandatory for people who have not been vaccinated by way of one of the four approved vaccines. Okay, Masood, you don't have to put hashtag AI several times. It's not going to increase your chances, right? So, okay. Rahat is saying she's 38, wants to apply for visa. So complete our student visa form. We'll be able to help you. Okay. Thank you, Omar, for doing that. Okay. So let's see if we can get more questions. So I would say last 10 minutes we have to enter the giveaway, which is hashtag AI. Okay. Gulam is saying, sister is 38, recently completed her master's. She has job experience. Can she apply for student visa along with her 10 years daughter? So yes, she can apply. First, she needs to get herself admitted in one of the courses. Thank you very much for the appreciation. You're welcome. Okay. Muhammad Abid Bashir is saying, where is your office? And I want to book appointment face to face. So my office is in Toronto, and people from all around the world book their appointment face to face with me, the way I am right now, face to face with you. If you can take a flight to Toronto, you can come over here. I usually take a flight to different parts of the world, but of course, in these times, I am unable to travel. A lot of people are unable to travel. If you want a face to face appointment with a licensed consultant, and if that licensed consultant is Amir Ismail, you have the option of booking that on our website, www.amirismail.com. Book a consultation is the link. If you want a free assessment from me directly, complete our assessment form and we'll get back to you with an assessment within 2 business days. If you're asking about dealing with someone locally, we don't authorize local staff who are not Canadians, or not licensed, or not allowed to counsel clients. Always get your counseling from someone who's authorized, and most of them are based in Canada. Okay. So the answer is right, or July 1st is the answer. 10 provinces. People are still answering the previous questions. Aisha has answered Ottawa, which is the correct answer. Ghulam Jalani has answered Toronto. No, not correct. Ottawa is the capital of Canada. Ottawa. Shirin, it is Ottawa, not Toronto. Most of the people have guessed it right. Montreal is not. It is Ottawa. Najia, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I apologize for that. Okay, Ottawa. Okay, so I think we are done with most of the questions right there. If we can see if we have one question coming, another question. I don't mind you asking questions, but yes, it would be better if you could get in touch with our team and just phone us up. That would be better. PR investment program, apply to move company to Canada. Yes, you can apply under one of the entrepreneur program. So he says, if I'm not wrong, it says that you have to hire 3 workers for your company. So can I take those 3 workers from Pakistan to Canada? And I mean, you need to hire Canadians, right? So the requirement is to create jobs for them. So look into the requirements. What the requirement says. If the requirement is that you need to hire 2 or 3 Canadian permanent residents, then you have to hire from here. Okay. Okay. Abina is asking, what is subsection 2161 sub 1 of IRPR? Please write it down here. I'm going to explain it to you, Abina. Okay. Uh, yeah, you're testing my IRPR knowledge right there. Harun Khan is saying, AIA is your real office, or is this your real office or house? Today is Canada Day. It's a holiday. Okay, Tabina Habib. AIA. Yeah, some people are really very excited. Uh, and a lot of people have joined us today. Thank you very much. I appreciate your comments. Mariam Shah saying, I just want to know a prospect of a teacher for immigration. So, Mariam, there are a lot of teachers, a number of them migrate to Canada every year, and a lot of them are primary teachers, secondary teachers, some of them are early childhood teachers. So, yes, teachers do qualify. Get in touch with us. We'll let you know how many points you're scoring. Within 2 business days is a free assessment. Complete our assessment form. Okay, let's see. So I already answered chartered accountant. Yes, chartered accountants are very much in demand. They are continuously being nominated by some great provinces like Alberta and Ontario. So yeah, good. Okay. Job prospects, I can't comment. We don't arrange jobs. I'm sorry about that. Okay, let's see. So yeah, so we have a book and appointment link on our website. You can do so, and I'll be happy to assist. Muhammad Abid is saying, I'm a Canadian citizen. It's good to know. Always good to have Canadian citizens on our show. Okay, so let's see if we can have a few more questions. Okay. Once again, please write it down here. I'll explain it to you, or just call me up. Okay. Khurram is saying his age is 32, ECA, bachelor's in computer engineering, relevant field experience of 7 years, and he's single, preparing files. That's something wonderful. You've done your own research. You have done your ECA as well. So you basically are a very knowledgeable client. If you are interested in discussing anything specific, get in touch with me. We'll be happy to arrange a formal consultation with you. When is the next time Canadian universities will start taking applications related to admission for? Well, international students are being given admissions regularly. The Canadian universities have never stopped uh, admitting international students, just that the Canadian government has not allowed international students to travel to Canada, but they are now being allowed. Especially from July 5th, they all will be able to travel without the need of even quarantining if they are fully vaccinated with one of the 4 approved vaccines. Okay. Okay. Tavina is saying she's not testing my knowledge. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. No, I was just kidding. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so there is related to not having strong ties in home country. So if the officer has assessed you based on the documents you provided that you don't have strong ties to your home country in terms of having a family, having a job, having, say, other relevant things like real estate, property, savings, and things that would compel you or pull you back to your home country. So if the officer is not convinced, they're gonna, you know, refuse the application. Hope that answers the question. Yeah, you're welcome, Shirin. Yeah. Even I am actually very upset with this subsection. It's just when applicants provide documents but and they leave it to the guesswork of the officer. They need to actually, provide very detailed explanation in regards to the documents they submit, right? Okay, yeah, you're welcome. Marketing experience. So marketeers are, of course, in demand everywhere in the world. They are the ones that, you know, support sales in every business, right? So yeah, they have very good prospects in Canada and a lot of marketing manager. They are in fact nominated by Ontario on regular basis. Yeah, it will be difficult, Sylvia, as I indicated earlier, because you're losing significant points in the age factor. Sadakat is saying, does your online appointment charge fee? Our online assessment is free and it is made by me. After the assessment, when people want to proceed with a one-on-one consultation to discuss further and have a detailed overview, if that is required. Otherwise, they retain our services directly. There is no need for a consultation appointment, basically, because they now have the assessment result. They want to proceed further. So there is no obligation to go for a one-on-one consultation with me. It's not a mandatory requirement. You get your free assessment, you decide to proceed further or not. Okay. Aisha, thank you very much for your appreciation. I appreciate you joining us on regular basis. Kuramanavar, please go with the assessment first as a first step. It's a free assessment. Complete our assessment form instead of booking the appointment, right? People have participated in today's show with great interest. We have around 40 entries, and we're gonna run it in next 5 minutes time, people. Next 5 minutes is hashtag AIA. Anila Ahmed here. She is 34 years old. She has done MBA in HR. She has 12 years of work experience. She's married, has 3 kids, and want to apply for Canadian immigration. So, Anila, I would suggest that you provide us further details by way of our free assessment form on our website. We would like to know the details about your spouse as well and relatives, if you have some in Canada. So we'll let you know whether you qualify and we'll be happy to assist you further. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome, Kamal. Bahar is, by the way, the winner of our previous giveaway. And thanks for the appreciation, Bahar. Okay, that would be wonderful. Thank you for appreciation. Thank you, everyone. I think we are at the end of our questions. So basically, we are gonna run our giveaway in next 2 minutes time. So everyone, thank you very much for joining us on this Canada Day. And I wish you all the best, and we hope that in coming days and months and years, Canada would continue to uphold its tradition of welcoming immigrants from all around the world. Canadians are committed to improving themselves and recognizing the road to truth and reconciliation is a long road, and there'll be, of course, issues on the way. But I believe Canadians and Canadian government is committed to making this country even better. And I'm very happy. And from my family, my 6 daughters and 1 son, 7 kids, myself, my wife, Arshi, I wish all of you a very happy Canada Day. Let's go ahead with our giveaway. It's a US dollars 250 worth of consultation with me directly on one-on-one basis. You can bring in your questions with you during that consultation, and you can be part of it if you enter hashtag AIA. So that's your last chance, people. Okay, let's let's do that. I'm just gonna give you guys a little bit, 1 minute or so, okay? Okay, let me share the screen with you guys. There. Okay. So what do we have? We have around, I'd say, some around 40 people. Let's start. Oh, more people. More people adding in. Okay. I'll I'm tempted to wait for another 30 second. Another 30 second coming up. Okay, people, if you are gonna put hashtag AIA again, if you've already done it, this would be counted as one entry. If you do it several times, not gonna add as such, right? So just put it once, and you are in for sure. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, yeah, so that last few seconds are always great. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we have a winner here, Muhammad Yamin. Muhammad Yamin is our winner, the Canada Day winner for the giveaway, and that giveaway is a one-on-one consultation, which is usually US dollars $250 worth. And congratulations, Muhammad. My team is going to get in touch with you, and we will arrange the consultation in the coming week. We have a long weekend, so naturally we're going to be back in the office on Monday, and we will then have the consultation arranged with you. Okay, so that is great. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone, for participating in this contest and participating in this broadcast today. Happy Canada Day, and I leave you with my favorite video. Uh, and I hope to get in touch with you guys, hopefully in our next broadcast. So, if you have any friends or relatives or acquaintances interested in migrating to Canada, please share this with them. Ask them to like the channels wherever you are. We are broadcasting live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube at the moment. Okay. So thank you very much, and I hope to seeing you guys later. Take care. Bye.